Hello plant community, thanks for tuning into this channel. My name is Pam and welcome all to the Plant Lounge Viewer Choice Edition, where I'm giving you guys the opportunity to vote on Pam's top picks for all the contestants that participated in this 2023 Plant Lounge series. So before we get into it, and I'll talk a little bit as far as what we're going to do here today, I want to first and foremost give a shout out to all 12 brave souls who participated in this series, because honestly, you guys, without you, I would not have been able to pull it off at all. So a round of applause to each and every last one of y'all. I enjoyed all y'all picks, talking about all y'all beautiful plant babies. So now it's the year-end wrap-up of those beautiful plant babies, and I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to pick the top out of the ones that I picked. So basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to review everyone's plants. Out of the ones that were shared, I'm going to pick my favorite, and then between the favorites that I picked, you guys will have an opportunity to vote so that we can announce one of you guys the 2023 Viewer Choice Award winner for the Plant Lounge. So full disclosure, because I really want this to be a true voting and honest voting, I'm going to try my best to stay away from picking what we would consider the quote-unquote sought-after plant. For example, such as maybe like a Thai constellation, or maybe a Florida ghost, or possibly a Alocasia caprea. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want the vote to be based off of, what's the hottest plants. I'm going to actually pick or can try my best to consider what I would consider maybe a common but beautifully stunning plant. That way I think we'll be able to get the fairest amount of votes for this ending of the year series. So let's just jump right into it. Sound fun to you? Because I'm super excited, so let's do it. And I'm pulling up my phone, you guys, because I have everything in order. So like I said, we had 12 brave souls that were able to participate, and I thank y'all. And we're going to go all the way back to our very first episode, you guys, where we had Paul from Las Vegas share some of his beautiful plant babies. So we're going to do a quick recap. So he shared with us during that time a Philodendron Campus Portanum. I still cannot seem to figure out the correct pronunciation of that, but y'all guys see the photo. Next, it would be the Hoya Sunrise. Then he shared with us this beautiful like mini jungle corner in his home that showcased a Monstera, Thai constellation, I believe, and Tetrasperma plant, along with just a plethora of other beautiful plants in the corner. And then we have a UT039, which I do believe Paul said that was from like a 2-leaf cutting to what we see it to be today. So after actually reviewing all of these, and it was very hard, trust me, you guys, this was really hard. But my top pick out of Paul's selection, I have to go with the Philodendron Composportanum, I believe. And I went with it because I believe the leaf is stunning and beautiful. And what also drew me to picking this plant was Paul's selection in the growing medium. I think the way it's displayed, the fact that he does have this growing in leca, if memory served me correct, and it just absolutely, that plant just looks beautiful. I'm a lover of philodendrons. I'm not sure if this would be considered a sought-after plant. Maybe it was once before. I'm not really hearing a whole bunch of talk about it, but that's my top pick for Paul's selection. So the next one, you guys, episode 2, the guest that we had was actually Fawn, and she is from Lethbridge County, Alberta, Canada, and she had a beautiful Hoya selection is what she shared with us. So it was just, I'm a Hoya head, so this one, was one of them things that had me really drooling, or whatever you want to call it. But let's go into our selection that she shared. So she shared with us a Hoya Sunrise. We then had a Hoya Lacanosa, the Hoya Escaliana Pink. Haha, I think I got that word or pronunciation close. Comment below, let me know if I did. We also have a Hoya Lacanosa, the Silver Leaf. And then the beautiful Hoya Australis Lisa. Now, because you know, guys, I am a Hoya head, it was really hard for me to pick between these Hoyas and also try to keep in mind what I want to do is stay away from some of the sought after plants. But honestly, you guys, some of you guys' collections almost have listed all sought after plants, so it's really hard for me to, I guess, make that distinction. But if I had to make a selection, I'm going to go with this Lacanosa Silver. I am a sucker for silver leaves. It's extremely beautiful, you guys. And what's also impressive is she grew it from 2 leaves to the specimen that's actually in the photo. So I had to go with my instincts on this one. This one is one of my favorites out of her collection. Now the next one we have with episode 3. This was a husband and wife duo, Kathy and Peter from Wisconsin. They shared a mixture of some of his favorite picks along with her favorite picks, and those selections were the Alocasia Platinum, the Marble Queen Pothos, that I believe was actually trailing up if memory serves me correct, Hoya Crimson Queen, the Alocasia Metal Head, and then we have the Philodendron Squarmy Fern. Now I have to say, Kathy and Peter, I had a hard decision to pick. It was really for me between, I'm going to say 3 out of them actually. It was the Alocasia Platinum, Alocasia Metalhead, and then the Crimson Queen Hoya, because you have those dark green leaf Hoya Crimson Queen that I've been wanting to add to my collection, so it was really a struggle. But the plant that I picked out of the selection, I had to go with the Alocasia Platinum. You guys, this plant looks beautiful. And you know, I have a very small Alocasia collection, but I really could see me adding that one to my collection. That silver on those leaves, or that color on the leaves, is just top tier in my personal opinion. So I had to pick that one. I'm following my gut and my heart with each and every last selection, you guys. So let's move on to episode 4. Episode 4 was guest Lisa. She's from East Hampton, Massachusetts. She had different varieties of plants that I really did enjoy. They're very cute, dainty, and just overall just enjoyed it. And the plants that she shared with us was this mystery nerve plant. If y'all recall, we were trying to get you guys assistance with naming some of these plants for us. But yeah, this beautiful mystery nerve plant. We have an Easter cactus that was beautifully blooming at the time. And I believe when I did this episode, we were in the growing season. So yeah. Then we have a mystery succulent, which are so cute little leaves, nice and plump and juicy, and it was so beautifully sun-stressed. We have this beautiful Peperomia quadrangularis. Did I pronounce that right? And then last, this Elisa displayed it very beautifully, string of turtles in these cute little turtle ceramic pots, which I thought was very cute. Now, it was really hard for me to pick between the mystery nerve plant and the string of turtles. So my selection I went with is the beautiful mystery nerve plant. I picked that plant because it's so adorable and so cute in my personal opinion. I love the small, dainty, round leaves with that beautiful pink veination that's going through. Nerve plants can be a little bit fussy, as we all know them to be, but that plant just looks stunningly beautiful in my personal opinion. I had to pick that one. So we're going to move on, you guys, to episode 5, where our guest there was Vicky from New Brunsville, Texas. Hi, Vicky. Vicky shared with us a very nice collection as well, and I'm going to jump right into it. First pick was the Ficus triangularis, the variegated version that she had growing outside at the time. Beautifully, stunningly, just full, and just the colors on there, beautiful. Then she also showed us an Alocasia cuprea, I believe, which is a very beautiful plant in my personal opinion. Following up with the Monstera constellation, it was like, I was about to like pass out. I remember when I first saw that photo, about to pass out, gave me motivation for me to grow my plant for it to be whatever it could be. She also had a desert rose growing outside, beautiful plant. And then the Florida Beauty. So you guys, the collection Vicky had, it was really hard for me to stay true to the format of what I'm trying to do. So hard to do, but the plant that really spoke to my heart, pulled me the most in regards to the ramifications I set forward, is the desert rose. You guys, look at this photo. The plant is gorgeous. Like, I love that it is different. So I love Cardexes. I love the beautiful blooms on there. It really is a conversational piece in my personal opinion. I had to pick that because I'm going after different varieties of plants, maybe plants people are not talking much about, but you know, someone should be talking about this plant because that plant is gorgeous. But yeah, we're gonna move on to episode 6, I believe, where this was 3 of a kind from Miss Helen from New Brunswick, New Jersey. She shared with us 3 beautiful Hoya specimens, and you know, which is another cool thing, sidebar, with doing this whole plant lounge this year, you guys. It must have been a blast because I think I found a little bit more Hoya heads in this whole series, which made me feel like, great, I'm not alone, you know? So, but anyway, we're gonna jump to her beautiful specimens nonetheless. The first one is this beautiful Hoya obovata Splash. And looks so full and so beautiful. I love the way that it's trailing down. Hoya macrophylla, I definitely could relate to that because I have one in my collection. It is a beautiful plant nonetheless, hands down. And then this Crimson Princess. But I do believe in the video I had addressed it as a Hoya Crimson Queen. But I was wrong. It's not the queen. I keep getting them confused sometimes. It wasn't the queen, it's actually the princess in that video. And you know, I'm biased when it comes to Hoya, so this was really hard to pick, but I had to go with the Crimson Princess. It's such a beautiful plant. The way Miss Helen has it displayed, going up that window like that, it really does give me that vibe of calm, tranquility. I'm thinking about butterflies, the whole 9 yards. I mean, just so much peace in just looking at it, the way that it's displayed. And because I love the colors that Crimson Queen gives, Crimson Princess, here I go, do it again, you guys, gives, that I just had to actually make that one my pick. The next one we have is episode 7, you guys. This was Billy Joe. from North Adams, Massachusetts. She showed a beautifully stunning collection as well. All of y'all have, so I'm going to probably repeat a lot of this stuff over and over again as I talk about each one of your guys' collection, because y'all did a great job, hands down. But let's go into the beautiful plant babies that she showed us as well. So she started off with this beautiful Philodendron Bilietiae, which I gotta say, in the video, if memory served me correct, Billy Joe motivated me to actually put that plant back on my wish list. It was always on my wish list, but it was kind of getting added towards the bottom because I was like, But when I saw this photo, you guys, it really had my heart pumping and beating fast for this plant, to the point that y'all saw I had to get one, and I'm so glad I did. But it was because of this. This is the reason why I brought that. So thank you, Billy Joe, for that. The next one is this beautiful Philodendron Birkins, which is growing beautifully. I'm glad that she did pick this to show as part of her collection, you guys, honestly, because the Birkin, like I said before, has not been really talked about, but it's a beautiful plant. The next one will be the Monstera Thai Constellation, which also is another plant of someone else's collection that had me almost want to pass out, fall on the floor, because I'm like, stunningly beautiful nonetheless. And then we have a monkey tail cactus, which is cute and pretty. Following by her last pick, which was a Begonia Amphioxus. Begonia Amphioxus, which I think is a very beautiful leaf. So I was actually struggling, honestly, between the Begonia Amphioxus and the monkey tail cactus. So my pick between those two, that was the final for me. I had to go with the monkey tail cactus. It's beautiful, you guys, and the icing on the cake for me, what really pushed it for me, is the fact that it was blooming at the time. I didn't know that they even bloomed, and I've never seen a bloom before for a monkey tail cactus. So to be able to accomplish that, it just seems so befitting. It's so beautiful, that beautiful red stunning flower going along the white fuzzy tails. It just looks really beautiful and adds that subtle pop of color in anybody's sea of green. So I had to pick that. Moving along to episode 8, which was another hard hitter, I gotta say, because this was a Hoya heads unite. But this was Dee. This was our special guest, Dee from Long Island, New York. She shared with us some of her favorite Hoyas, which were very beautifully stunning. She started off with the Hoya Carrii, followed by the Hoya, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Fusco, is that Fusco? Marginata. And this plant, I do believe Dee brought this plant back to health. So, stunningly beautiful when we are able to bring plants back from the dead, so to speak. Then we also have the Hoya Vietnam. And then I'm going to nickname this Hoya because it's a long word. It starts with the letter T. I'm not even going to entertain the thought of trying to pronounce it correctly, but I'm going to nickname it Hoya TT. So it's Hoya TT, which is a beautiful Hoya. And then following is the Hoya India. I had a problem picking the best from all 5 of the plants. It wasn't no 2 side by side. It was all 5 of them equally competing for my picks. Extremely hard. But I had to go with Hoya TT. I had to go with it, you guys. This plant is, I've got to get this plant in my collection. I mean, God dang it. This Hoya right here, the way she has it displayed, I don't know if I'll be able to even get it, or let alone get it to look like that. The shininess of the leaves, the venation, that beautiful hue of sunstress or pink color, red color, whatever it is, with them very dark green leaves looks very healthy. And I do believe Dee made a mention that she grew that specimen the way that we see it from 2 leaves, man. And it's just, whoo, like, So yeah, so that's definitely my top pick, Hoya TT, y'all. So we're gonna move on to episode 9, you guys, where we have Leanne. Yes, Leanne from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. I'm so glad that she actually participated. She, along with others on this list, has been some of my, I would say one of my most top tier supporters, whether it's encouraging words or commenting on the videos. But you know, you start building rapport and start to get familiarized with everybody or people that reach out to you, and she's one of them. So yeah, so this was like, I guess, a special type of thing. I don't know. But anyway, Leanne, she gave us photos of the variegated Hindu rope, the beautiful Philodendron Paraiso Verde, which the variegation on here, man, it's beautiful. And I gotta say, sidebar with the Paraiso Verde, I have mine growing in this sunroom where it's getting light from in here along with my artificial lighting. I have, I guess, the heat on at a reasonable temperature in here. I may have to eventually just go ahead and bite the bullet and buy a heat mat. I don't know. But I did have a leaf unfurl, and unfortunately it did not look like that leaf I was able to grow outside. So, I'm only assuming that Leanne might have those secrets. I don't know, to have that Paraiso Verde looking so beautiful. She also shared with us the Philodendron rugosum, the aberrant form. We have the Hindu rope Mauna Loa, which I think is beautiful, guys. Golly. And then this top tier plant here, the pink princess marble, which I believe, I think Leanne said that this was a gift from her daughter, but that plant is, it's like to die for. Really it is. So, you know, I had to, you know, cross the pink princess off because I had to, you know, like I said, we're trying to focus on some of those different non-quote-unquote sought-after plants. So, the one that really spoke the most to me out of this collection, I had to go with the Philodendron rugosum aberrant form, you guys. And the reason why is because, one, I don't even know if I've seen anybody even talk about this plant. That's one. Two, I've never even seen a plant like that. It's so unique to me as far as the structure. It looks deep green. It looks very leathery. And then 3, the way it's shaped. I've never seen anything like it. I think it's so unique, so cool, so beautiful, and like, I had to pick that one. You know, I would be, I mean, can you blame me? I mean, come on, guys, really? But yeah, I had to pick that. So that's my pick for that one, for Leanne's group. Now we're winding down towards the end almost now. Episode 10, we had Shirley from Petawawa, Ontario, Canada. She shared her beautiful pics, which are stunningly beautiful, starting off with this beautiful spider plant, which I don't have in my collection. I have the Bonnie, but I do not have the original version of the spider plant. And I think she was able to actually regrow it, or that one that she showed us was a cutting or some sort. They grow really fast. They're very beautiful plants. I love it. I love the way she has it displayed. The next one is an Alocasia Poly. I'm not really a big fan of Alocasia Poly variety, but the way she has this one, it is gorgeous to me, in my opinion, the way that it's growing. This has got to be one of the healthiest ones that I've seen, and I've seen a lot of the Polys, if nothing else, in big box shops, but none of them look nowhere near as healthy and well taken care of as what Shirley did with this one. The next one is the Alocasia Jacqueline, and that's that. And then we have the Philodendron Pink Princess, which she's having it grown, and it looks like also has very good genetics as far as being able to actually show pink. This one was really, well, I'm just gonna say my pick. I don't know what to say. My pick for this one, you guys, I had to go with it, is the Alocasia Jacqueline. Looking at her photos, Shirley's photos really has been having me on the fence as far as whether or not if I should get this plant versus not get this plant. I still am on the fence because, one, if I decide to get this plant, I have to keep in mind, like, okay, where I'm gonna put this plant. I hear this plant can grow pretty nicely, but man, the leaves on that plant is beautiful. The stems are stunning. It's like, so that's gonna be a maybe. I'm still fighting myself whether or not to add that in my collection, but god darn it, if y'all have space, y'all should get that plant. Okay, so now in episode 11, you guys, we have Kelly from Long Island, New York. She has her own YouTube channel, I do believe, called Kelly Hoyas. Check it out. Check that channel out. Check out her videos. But she decided to showcase not Hoyas, but beautiful begonia selection. I do remember this because she had it beautifully displayed. I think like a lot of them, or all of them, if not, I believe, were like staked up, and they look so nice. And she wanted to showcase that with us because those was one of the varieties of plants that she used to struggle with in her past, and now she's like figured out what they need, and she's able to not only help them grow but also help them thrive. And I do remember she wanted our help to help us, to help her actually kind of like, I guess, give her the names of the plants that she did have in her collection, which I thought was very fun. But let's go to it. So and now keep in mind, I'm not sure, 100% sure if this is the actual name of these plants as far as these begonias, but this is what we were interpreting, or what I was interpreting, so I'm sharing it to you and presenting it to you as such. So first one is actually going to be the Begonia Looking Glass. Next one is Begonia Crackling Rose, I believe. Not too sure if that's what it was initially called, but a good educated guess, I would assume. Then we had a Leopard Spot Begonia. This one, I think the backs had like a fuzzy red back to it, the silver splash. I'm going off memory, I'm not sure. And then we had the Batwing Begonia, which had the red backs with the splash on the dark green leaves. So all of these were beautiful. Kelly and I was debating between actually the Looking Glass and the Batwing Begonia. Both of them is just, but my gut, I had to go with, you guys, is the Batwing Begonia. Come on, guys. I love the structure of it, the fact that it looks like wings. I am a sucker for the red backs, but these are like big baby red backs. Like, they are nice maroon, deep color. The front of the leaves is a nice dark color with the subtle splashes. If I was to try to buy another, I guess add another begonia to my collection, I would honestly say that would be one that I would be trying to see if I could find, because that is a beautiful plant. I am like, stunningly beautiful, right? Okay, so now we're down to our last, but just as equally interesting as everybody else that we've just talked about, is episode 12, where I had Miss Carolyn from Washington, D.C. She shared with us some of her oldest plants in her collection, of which I was just baffled by. And she picked 3 of her oldest plants in the collection. First one was the Monstera Deliciosa. If y'all remember how big, check out the photo, how big that plant was. The plant was huge. Then she had the beautiful Ficus benjamina. That thing looked like it was just thriving out of control. And then she had the equally huge Philodendron Sellum, which that thing is huge, you guys. And I believe out of the 3, I want to say that Miss Carolyn I think the youngest one out of 3 was 21 years old, I believe. So, impressive nonetheless. So, the plant that I picked out of Carolyn's selection, I had to go with, is that Ficus benjamina, you guys. That plant is to die for. And I think she said she had this plant for over 30 years. I don't know if she said 32 years. I think that plant is over 30 years, you guys. But look at that. First of all, like I said, I think that plant is impressive, to say the least. You guys, you got to admit, that is impressive. First of all, to even grow that plant. Not saying it's not doable, and I'm not saying that anybody else in the plant community don't have equally aged plants. I am just, I guess, a novice in regards to that. So when she showed us these photos, I was extremely impressed that someone is able to actually grow plants for that amount of time, and it didn't die off, it didn't decline, but it thrived. But look at that Ficus benjamina, you guys. That thing is beautiful. You know, and I had my little one sitting over here, barely trying to stay alive. Now, I done had this only for, say, 3 years. So that's like what's that? 10% of the years Carolyn has had hers. And I am hoping to be able to grow it into that beautiful tree. Who knew? It's so full, it's so healthy, it's so happy. So, yeah, I had to go with that. That was my gut. So yeah, guys, we're going to do a recap of I'm going to try to do it in order as much as I can, but these are the plants you guys can actually vote on. Okay, we have the Philodendron Compostodium. We have the Platinum Mist, Alocasia Platinum, sorry. Then we have the Hoya locanosa Silver. We have also the beautiful Mystery Nerve Plant. We have a Desert Rose. Beautiful Crimson Queen. I keep saying Queen. Why did I do that? Crimson Princess Hoya that's growing up the window. We can't forget Hoya TT. We gotta put Hoya TT up there. Then we have the Monkey Tail Cactus. The beautiful Philodendron rugosum, what is it? Aberrant form. The Alocasia Jacqueline. We have the beautiful Begonia Batwing, followed by the Ficus benjamina. And I'm doing this off my phone, you guys. I hope that I'm able to actually did I name them all? I believe I named them all. But if not, I do apologize. I think I did, but we've had a chance to review each one. So now it's up to you guys to take the 12 top ones that I selected, and I want you guys to vote on it. So voting begins actually now. And I know because life gets in the way, and just because I put a video out doesn't necessarily mean that y'all are going to, look at it the day that I bring it out. So because of that, I'm going to give the voting starting now all the way up for a week from now. So let's see, this is going out on Tuesday. So the following Tuesday is when I'm going to close the voting out. And then I will do a quick, small, short video announcing the winner, doing a quick recap and announcing the winner for the 2023 Plant Lounge edition. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. So hey guys, so since as we are going towards the end of this year and we're going to be starting out a new year in 2024, if any of you is out there are willing to participate in the Plant Lounge series that I'll be trying to revamp up in 2024, you know what to do, or hey, I'm about to tell you what you can do, is send me a message on Instagram, you guys. Keep in mind, you can pick between at least three photos, but no more than 5 of your top favorite plant babies. If you want to share with us the reason why you pick these plants, you can do that as well. Give us your name, your location, because hey, we all would be interested in knowing where you're growing your plant babies. And I'll be more than happy to showcase your plant babies on that series, because that series is about plant enthusiasts such as ourselves. If I'm excited, hopefully I'm getting everybody else excited, and yeah, and then we can also, grow this plant community together. But yeah, so that pretty much wraps up this video. I can't wait to see you guys' responses. Push those thumbs up for this video to help get the video out there. If you think any of your friends or family would be interested in actually participating and voting on this, share this video with them as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Don't forget, subscribe. Encourage others to subscribe, or whatever the case is. I appreciate your support, any and all that you guys can give me. And you enjoy your day wherever you are in the world. Until next time, guys, much love. Bye.